is Matt.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Alex.
Nice to meet you, Alex. Thanks for coming in for the administrative training position interview.
Absolutely.
Were you able to find the location of our office okay today?
Yeah, there was a little trouble, which intersection, but
Oh, yeah. It was super snowy today, too, which doesn't help.
yeah, no, roads were terrible, but
Sweet. Well, to get us started, I'm interested in knowing why you applied to this position.
yeah, absolutely. I've been working in the medical field as a receptionist, and I just wanted to move into a more administrative role. Just because I think there's more opportunities for growth.
Perfect. That's fantastic. Next, I kind of like to ask you a little bit about your background and your qualifications as well.
Absolutely.
This role does require a BS/BA with a business management foundation.
Mm-hmm.
What coursework helped prepare you for this position?
So I do have that degree. The coursework that I think is going to be most relevant here is the coursework in accounting and such, just because this role is really mostly going to be accounting from what I understand of the job description. And so I think that those classes are really going to help me.
Perfect. Thank you. Do you have any experience handling accounting or financial processes? I know you said you were a receptionist previously.
Yeah, in classes, definitely I have more experience with the actual accounting side of it. With my experience as a receptionist, I handle payments, collecting payments, knowing how much certain procedures are going to cost, and keeping a database of that up to date. But really, my coursework is where I'm going to have more information for you.
Fantastic.
Or more experience.
Awesome. Do you have any experience using the Microsoft Office suite?
Yes, I do. So much of it.
Perfect. Do you have any certifications to go alongside that, or you just have used it in your previous positions?
I have used it in my previous positions. I believe that I got a certification for Google spreadsheets, so a lot of that is applicable in Office.
Sure.
But I don't think I have any certifications for Suite specifically.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely.
This job does require a lot of communication with both external and internal personnel. Can you provide an example of when you have communicated either instructions or some kind of procedure in a clear manner? It could be something as simple as processing a payment for a customer.
Absolutely. So I do have experience with processing a payment for a customer, like you had just mentioned. I also, in one of my roles as a receptionist, I was doing reception for a chiropractor and physical therapist. And on that occasion, it was part of my job to give a copy of the treatment plan and help explain any procedures or not procedures, I apologize, but any exercises they need to do at home. It was part of my role to help explain how to do those if the physical therapist wasn't available.
Perfect. All right, on to some more like behavioral based questions. Tell me about a time when you supervised or trained others.
Yeah, absolutely. So training and supervising others, I would say my most applicable experience is going to be in my job at Planet Fitness. I was never promoted just because I turned it down. I'd already applied to a different job at the time that I was offered a promotion. But I did help to train several new employees and get them up to date on policies and how everything worked.
Sure. Wonderful. You do work directly under the department head of the front office. How do you feel about that? Is that something you're comfortable with, being under direct supervision?
Absolutely. I really genuinely I prefer to be directly under the people who are responsible for decision making, just because it helps my clarity. If I have a question, it can be answered, and if there's something that maybe needs to be fixed or resolved, that person can kind of fix it immediately. So that's what I prefer. So I'm excited about that, and I do have experience in a role like that. At my current job, I work directly with like the office manager.
Sweet, that's great. Last question pertaining to behavioral based questions. We do like to streamline our new hires in this position into a leadership/management role in about a year or two after working under the department head. Is that something that interests you?
Absolutely, yes. I think management is a great opportunity. I think you get to learn a lot more about people and about how the business works as a whole. And so that would be something I would be really excited about with this role.
Sweet. Really quick, just going to summarize this with a quick overview of the job description. Typically a day-to-day looks like standard operations. So standard administrative tasks such as entering data, processing payments, and managing the office hours. You also will be supervising office clerks and support anything related to submitting insurance claims. In addition to that, you'll help manage the workspace, equipment, and operational resources that we use in our day-to-day activities. You will learn accounting practices that will be directly under a leader. That won't be something we'll have one of our trainers do. You'll do it right under the department head. And then lastly, it is expected that once we do transition you into that management or leadership role, we do like to relocate you to an office with all fresh staff and new faces.
Yeah.
To wrap it up, do you have any questions about the role, the program, or the organization?
I don't think I have any questions about the role specifically. I do have a question about how relocating works. Would that be relocated locally? Would I be expected to move? If so, how far? And what are the accommodations for housing, or what help do you give with relocating?
Sure. Standard relocation is about 15 to 30 miles, so it is relatively local. We're not going to send you to a different state or something that's longer than like a 40-minute drive. In addition to that, with entering a new role, we do offer an increased salary, and we will cover any transportation costs if you choose not to move and stay where you're living.
Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, perfect. That pretty much concludes everything I have for you today. So thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Typically it takes us about a week to complete our review on the initial process, so we'll get back to you next week about next steps.